My dad reminds me that I have no value. I'm currently typing on my laptop, as he took my phone and other devices after reading my Reddit posts about him. For context, I am 15F and currently in my second last year in high school. My dad and mom emotionally abuse and gaslight me, sometimes threatening to physically abuse me. I just became self-aware of what they were doing that was so damaging to me a few months ago. They always make me feel like it's my fault for having needs. When I ask my dad that I want to eat healthy and need specific foods, beef, fish, chicken, cheese, when he goes grocery shopping, my mom and him always tell me to stop making so many demands. I want to scream at them. I'm asking you for food. That's not a demand, that's to f-king need to live. Meanwhile, my dad buys protein shakes, chicken, fish, avocado for himself and tells us to not touch his food. His food? So he owns food now. He yelled at me for using his blender yesterday. I told him angrily, it's everyone's blender, not yours. Anyone can use it. He threatened to slap me and said I bought it for myself, don't touch it. I wore pretty short shorts in my room. He looked at them and yelled that I should be ashamed of myself and to change my clothes immediately for being immodest. I told him to knock on my door and that it's my room, I can wear anything I want to inside it. He installed a lock in his room so we can't come in, and he can barge into mine whenever he likes. I told him this, and he said, who do you think you are? You have zero value, your worth is nothing. This is my room, my house, I bought it. There aren't too many concerns financially. I asked my mom to buy me simple makeup products last week, so I can feel a little more confident. I'm already so insecure from seeing other pretty girls. She said, stop trying to look like an auntie. Look your age. And refused. I asked her, why can you wear makeup but I can't? She angrily shouted and said, I'm way older than you and I'm actually somewhere in life unlike you. Not only did she make me feel like SHT after, there is now apparently an age limit on makeup. She always tells me how crooked and messed up my face is in an argument. I have never been spoiled, and they never give me a penny. He goes to the gym, and I asked if I could join him because I want to improve myself. He said, work out at home, you are still a child. What does that have to do with going to the gym? There are 6-year-old children going to the gym. Every time I want to f-king improve myself, my SHT parents won't let me. I have hobbies of soccer and dance I want to pursue by going to both clubs near me. My dad said stop wasting my time for useless things. I am so depressed, they don't even want me to be happy. I want to get into med school, and I've been struggling badly in school, so I asked them for a tutor so I could improve in academics. The thing about my parents is, they never keep a promise and get things done in time for me. When it's their needs, I see everything done immediately. But they yell at me for being so demanding and tell me to be thankful of how much they are doing for us already. I want to f-king yell at them to tell them that is their responsibility to take care of my needs. I'm not even 18. Don't even get me started mentally. I told them that I was being harassed by bullies at school, and they blame me instead, telling me I'm the one who is instigating it. They always have done this. I tell them a problem, they find a way to blame it on me. I don't tell them anything anymore, and now they complain that I'm never telling them anything. I hate being 15, I want to be 18, leave them immediately and cut all contact. But I know that even when I turn 18 I can't. I have to depend on them financially for my med school fees and for future financial needs, and I know if I don't talk with them they won't pay a drop or support me. The only one who shows me love is my cat, and they want to get rid of him too. I'm trapped, miserable and helpless. Edit, don't know why this is being downvoted, I'm exposing my heart on here feeling like SHT, and I'm just getting disregarded completely. Story 2. An entitled parent outed as an idiot. A while ago, due to it being summer in the southern hemisphere, we had some rare good days of sunshine, thank you weird weather due to global warming, so I took my cousin, his wife and 2 kids to a local place where we could interact with farm animals, free to all, and the kids love cuddling anything that moves lamau. Now it is a working farm and it clearly says to wear closed shoes because farm, but I digress from the true story. So of course, all responsible parents kit their in hats, shoes and slather on sunscreen because the sun decided it was extra spicy that day. Lugging prams and backpacks of snacks and various kid-required paraphernalia, there were many families enjoying the sun. The animal feedings and taking well-deserved rests in the various shady tables not smothered with bird CRP. There was this one table where a toddler was refusing to listen to reason, imagine that, and his parents kept trying their best, extra brownie points for threatening age-appropriate consequences like timeouts, but the little goober decided of course that he knew best and made a run for the chicken coop. Now the toddler had of course taken off his shoes in the process, and it was a bit comical to see his cute and chubby legs pistoning towards the open coop and his lanky dad trying his best to catch him whilst dodging the various other families. It was inevitable that disaster would strike, and so it did at the opportune moment when Mr. I am right turned into Mr. Why was I wrong. He fell, he slipped on chicken CRP and fell, scraping his pudgy knee, and began the most unholiest of serenades echoing in full vibrato through the clearing. At this point, Dad has caught up and Mom is right behind. They begin to administer some TLC and try not to gag while they hurriedly cleaned him up with baby wipes. All in all, a normal toddler reaction, and no one really minds, although there are a few sympathetic smiles and parents glaring at their kids to show them the SHT consequences of acting like Junior in order to gain some semblance of good behavior. Except this one group, very much kitted out in top high-end gear, who wears LV to a farm. And scrunching their noses up at both the animals. The farmer forgot to spray them in Chanel No. 5, and the people, who knew wearing shorts and shirts were so unfashionable. The horror. The dad was very much indignant and seemed to try to show off his pedigree pooches or kids, and how well behaved they were, with some snooty remarks about the behavior of certain classes. The mum, of course, glided over to the pair, who by now were wrestling a banshee, and gently, oh so delicately, asked them to control their kid. What? The whole area whipped around, sensing blood or drama or both. Control a toddler tantrum? That is akin to attempting to control a tsunami. It does not stop, it is merely born till it passes. The parent stopped and looked at them with bewilderment, and the toddler realized he was no longer being wrestled, stopped and stared before sniffling again. The lady sniffed and said, "Your kid smells, by the way." "Mother Bear, I'm sorry? Did we ask for your parenting advice?" "Of course he smells, he is covered in SHT." "Lady, well, you need to teach him manners, so much fuss." Confused dad, "Not that it's your business, but you do realize his is hurt?" Sure enough, the poor knee was getting very colorful and would need ice soon. "Lady and?" Bystander, who is equally as gobsmacked as the rest of us, "Don't you see? Kid is hurt, so he is crying. Why is this any of your business anyway?" "Lady, because he is disturbing everyone else. I didn't pay good money to have my kid's experience ruined." "Oh dear, oh dear dear dear." Some of us snickered. They are clearly not locals. Another bystander grinned and asked them, "You do know this is a free entry place, right? I hope you didn't purchase any tickets online, that's a scam." Lordship, aka Fancy Dad, fast walked up to the group as the lady turned various shades of puce, his two miserable kids behind, clearly overheating in their Dan jackets and Gucci jeans. "Exaggeration but close. What do you mean it's free? We paid a ticket agent and got in." He practically spat this at the casual yet helpful guy who looked very altogether next to the shiny yet angry Lacoste lover. It was hot, everyone was sweating. Some more laughter and snorts from bystanders. Toddler has calmed down enough to be cleaned, and his parents shake their heads and walk away muttering about entitled idiots. Someone offered them a first aid kit, which they smiled and borrowed. The Good Samaritan bystander then showed the Insta family how they were scammed, and there were a lot they were scammed on. We have a lot of public parks and amenities that are free, which can seem like paying places, but any simple Google search would show you they are public spaces free to all. Well, these guys paid over $500 in tickets to access the same places, which showed us either they did not research prior, they had never done this prior, or they were scammed very well. The kids sidled away, clearly embarrassed, and we went back to our delicious sandwiches and cold juices whilst listening in without being too obvious. There were many others straining to hear the outcome. The horror on their faces was worth their entitlement, though. We have never seen karma hit so quick. We left soon after, but we did see them around the farm arguing loudly with each other, probably blaming each other. The kids clearly disowned them and had wandered off to see the animals. The toddler and parents decided it was time to go home, and so did we.